To advance straight to the semifinals, loser has a date with complexity tomorrow morning, folks. Gen.G, Mobile One Racing versus NRG to close out Saturday.
There are some players who, when they change their stripes, everybody takes notice. Justin is one of those players. Game 1 brought to you by Progressive on Manfield Night, as Justin takes the field for Gen.G against NRG.
And Justin, a world champion with NRG, is going to have to battle against his longtime org that he played with for so many years and had so many great moments on. But now he's got to prove everyone wrong and prove that Gen.G can be one of these top teams. And we start off immediately with some offensive power by NRG. A thing we have not seen, Stacks, in a very long time. At the major, 15th ranked offense throughout Friday. They only played one match, but they were the 12th ranked offense. They do it with defense first, and NRG is comfortable doing it. I want to see some offense, though, throughout this match.
That's a team that you look at all the firepower there and you think, okay, they're going to light up the scoreboard. No, they smother teams. They suffocate them. They try to kind of choke them out of games.
Yeah.
But you know that they can absolutely go off. Atomic's going to try here. Beast mode in behind him, and Justin there to save the day. Lands on the corner boost as well, and Daniel wisely plays around him. That drops down in front, and beast mode is denied. Here goes Justin right through Atomic, and a chance now for Gen.G to maybe send a message early.
And the biggest difference for NRG, I think, this whole entire year is Atomic's been their best player, which is not normal, and I don't think that's generally how they want to play. It's normally beast mode, Daniel combo on the offensive side, and Atomic is there to just play his role. But he's really played fantastically throughout, but I think it's because that Daniel and beast mode combo has not been working as tightly as it normally does, which has brought their offensive numbers down, so they have to rely on their defense. They can do that all day versus NA teams. It's about they want to win the world championships, right? They want to take down Europe, and I think that strategy won't work when we get to international play, but I think they will build up throughout the split, maybe trying to convert more defense into offense. But for now, I expect NRG to still play that defensive-minded game.
When we talk about offense in North America, there's beast mode with Daniel running underneath, looking to get this one to kick out in front. And Magic Bear didn't have much in the tank. He does stop that rebound opportunity. Another pass out to beast mode. He sailed it high, and Magic Bear will sweep that away. Not a lot in the tank collectively for Gen.G. They are hanging on by a thread. That's down in the middle. Here goes Daniel, and he scores.
This is a great fake. I believe it was Atomic. He could have tried for like a weak shot to the top corner, but Daniel calls him off, so he just drives on through. It didn't matter because there was also a demo. A full three-man team play for NRG is what you want to see to get that offense going.
And a lot of sustained pressure that just wears down Gen.G and finally baits them into that mistake. And as NRG has done so often now, a one-goal lead. Can they make it hang on here? G's denied by Atomic. The point I was going to make about offense in North America, there's only one NA team in Birmingham that finished that event averaging 2 goals a game or better. It was Gen.G, and now you take the leading goal scorer from that first half of the season, and Justin, who had to sit out that major, and you add him to this roster, and yeah, the potential is certainly there, and the possibilities seem endless. But you run up against NRG in your first playoff.
Well, we did see on day one that potential was realized. They're the #1 offense. They're the #1 defense as well. So far with Gen.G, with Justin, it's been perfect. It's been exactly what they want, but they truly have not played the top level of North America yet until this match. So we'll see if they can keep that offensive firepower going. Magic Bear is actually doing a great job through day #1. He was a great playmaker as NRG chance just goes wide. Magic Bear will get the clear. 1.5 passes that led to goals per game for Magic Bear. That was nearly double of the #2 player in all of North America. So Magic Bear doing it with the passing, not the shooting, but he'll take that any day of the week.
Magic Bear has been the guy on this roster that has probably faced the most questions. Everybody's been like, okay, so is this the time? Now are they going to kick him? Like, no, they've stuck with him for as long as they have, and this duo with Cheese finally being rewarded now with Justin. Is Justin looking for cheese? That's still available in the corner, but Beast Mode's got it all day. And everybody retreats now for Gen.G. You're not going to see many double commits. We saw one that led to that goal a moment ago for NRG, but you're not going to see a lot of miscommunications. That one just goes off the post. Justin's going to try to center again. And Atomic will have that one away, but that one's a free ball for Cheese, and he puts it out of Beast Mode's reach.
Big play here to tie this game up. This is what NRG runs, right? They go up 1-0, they turtle, just a poor touch by Atomic, and a great shot with Beast Mode on low boost by Cheese to tie this game up. Gen.G has to keep these low-scoring games close. They have to capitalize when they can, and also make NRG uncomfortable. Like, so far this game, they haven't had to do it until that last minute of action where they were on offense for so long, so that was great to see. But now, we're tied up, 20 on the clock.
All comes down to decisions now and split-second ones at that. Justin indirect around Daniel. Beast Mode looking back for Daniel, and that goes right to Magic Bear. Maybe caught Daniel just a bit off guard, and now in the final 10 seconds of regulation, Gen.G might try to steal one here. Cheese blocked by Daniel. Justin has Magic Bear way back in midfield. He was retreating with nothing in the tank. Beast Mode gets nudged, and we go to overtime.
It was a big one for both teams. I don't think either has been tested yet throughout this tournament. They both want to begin on a great foot. Obviously, for the underdog, you want them to take it for their morale, but for NRG, they're like, we just want to get the job done, right? We want to speed run this, like that for us, the interview. Just get the job done, low-scoring games, 4 games, let's call it a day, quick overtimes. So we'll see if NRG can do it. We get some bump plays coming out, but Beast Mode now has the ball with a lot of space. Going off the ceiling, but Magic Bear just floating on defense using his entire tank. Great defensive play by him, but NRG with control, double commit, Magic Bear, great control over Beast Mode, gets demoed out. Daniel will get the catch. And we're playing a little midfield game, a little infield pass in there with Atomic. And NRG's finding space all of a sudden. Beast Mode gets a little bit of space, Daniel had a little bit of space, and see if they can capitalize.
Said a word there a moment ago, underdog Gibbs, and you wonder if, you know, let's say Gen.G does ultimately win this series, are they looked at as an underdog anymore? I think this would be the statement win that announces their arrival in North America now, and a lot of people might attribute that to Justin, but also just the longevity of this Magic and Cheese duo. Justin, of course, making a huge difference. He's at the back right now as Magic Bear, met by Daniel. Justin will take over. On target, but nothing behind that, and Cheese is going to be left all alone, and he does stand tall.
Justin on defense, we'll see how he plays. He's going to be that deep third man. Usually how he plays, he'll come up to clean up goals. That's how he scores a lot of his goals, is he waits for the play to unfold, and then comes in at the right time. That's what a lot of the great goal scorers do. Play that good midfield play where they're the last line of defense, and just wait for it. Shot here by NRG goes wide. Daniel will take it up the wall. He's got 50 in the tank. See what he can do, try and get out to Atomic or go solo. He goes to the solo play, but Justin turns it away. Magic Bear will get the good challenge, but it goes straight to Daniel, who's just going to throw deep. Cheese and Beast Mode go up, but Cheese wins that fight. And right now, NRG's threatening. No shot attempt yet, and they do not get one. Gen.G does clear.
Now into the 3rd minute of overtime in just our first game. 2 are there for NRG. Justin will cut off Beast Mode. Cheese coming on. Atomic will get it, but Daniel will as he pitches it off the post. NRG keep this one going, but for how much longer? Justin left that behind for Magic Bear, and Beast Mode was unaffected at all. Brought it right back down into Gen.G territory. Now Cheese has Magic Bear to his left, Justin in behind. It is Justin that has to take over, but can't do anything with that ball. The options are there, Gibbs, the idea certainly, but nobody's been afforded much time at all to actually execute.
This is what you expect, though, out of a game with NRG. Long overtimes, 1-1, very low scoring. We're just going to wait till some small mistake happens for either of these squads to get the goal. That's how the NRG's been playing all through split 1. It really comes down to, will a Daniel goal happen where he has space and can do it by himself? He's going to try for it here. The double flip reset, air dribble combo into the dunk. It does land in front, but no one is available. Those are the places you want to see out of NRG. But give Daniel space to just challenge the entire team by himself and wait for the rebound. Good clear attempt here. Atomic will just get back, win that race to deny a goal, and Like NRG, they would rather just take one member of field so they can play their defensive style. Here's a play that spills out to the middle, but Cheese will turn it away. Gen.G is fighting neck and neck right now with NRG.
Not seeing a lot of loose rebounds end up in scoring positions. That's going to want to fall down, and Magic Bear will do just that. He scores and ends game one.
And this is Atomic. He is the third man. Cheese just destroys him on that challenge. Daniel only had 12 in the tank, and Beast Mode was still rotating back. Ball spills out to the middle, and Gen.G with that huge challenge by Cheese. We'll see if NRG continues that play style, very cautious play style, worried about defense first, or will they start ramping it up? Because if Gen.G gets going again, the #1 offense on Friday, we'll see if they can ramp it up and put some pressure on NRG early to make NRG play offense.
Cheese just spins that one out, and maybe a little lucky that Atomic didn't just run onto that. He did put the brakes on for a moment, dropped down in front. Justin and Magic Bear almost joined at the hip. We said we wouldn't see a whole lot of double commits from this team. One did cost them, that one did not. And Magic Bear now just screening Daniel off the play, and Gen.G will try to just play solid here against the NRG assault.
So far, defense doing very well for Gen.G as we get another big save by Magic Bear. Almost a double commit, but Cheese trusted his teammate the whole way. Let him make the save and then wait for the rebound. So great idea by Cheese. A lot of people would jump for that as well because it's so close to your goal line that you just don't trust it. But Cheese, flat-footed, waited for his play to get the rebound out. So very smart plays on defense by Gen.G. They're keeping their boosts as well. Their corner boosts, they pick them up more times than not. That's what NRG, I think, has to do is when they are on offense, boost starve them. Like, if you're not going to go for the pre-jump passing play, your next best thing to do is boost starve so they make a mistake on zero boost. But so far, Gen.G playing fantastic on that front to keep their boost throughout control.
I think everybody expecting Daniel to get the power clear out of the corner and say, just kind of let it come down, and that's the game within the game. And all these players, oh, so familiar with each other, and you have to kind of keep everybody guessing. Cheese, backboard for Justin, just floats it home. Another brilliant play out of Gen.G has them in front.
Magic Bear, he's up so early for that. Daniel can't do anything because Magic Bear will bump him out. Cheese follows up. He doesn't have boost though, so he kind of fakes the double tap attempt. He knows he's never going to hit that, and it lines everything up. NRG jumps early. Justin is the last one we talked about, the cleanup crew of Justin. That's what he wants, right? He wants that shot where he's just got to place it with no one in front of him, and he does so incredibly well there. And Gen.G up again in game 2, and this one almost spills in as well. Beast Mode just barely gets the distance.
It looked like it could have been disastrous for NRG, falling down 2 goals here in the early stage of game 2. Now Beast Mode setting up Atomic off the rebound, and still nothing through for NRG. They had the first goal of the series. It was Daniel, his first goal of the weekend, and nothing else. Oh, Magic Bear! What is this?
All you can do is sit back and watch. What a goal. Turns around the ball. Flip reset, just scoops it just enough into the top of that corner. You can't even blame NRG for not jumping for that. You just got to sit back and applaud that. I hope we saw a few nice shots in there. Man, Magic Bear unleashed on that shot.
Proving what we all knew a couple of years ago. Yes, Magic Bear is the truth. Good grief. Justin gonna park it right there to send that challenge that ends up towards the net away. Now Beast Mode right at Magic. Cheese will take over. And NRG now kind of left scratching their heads like, all right, well, how do we deal with this? There's a demo. There is one off the post, off the crossbar. More ping than US West, and it remains 2-0.
But Magic Bear has another attempt going for the bump play. Beast Mode on zero boost does make the save. Gen.G is going to apply the pressure though. They're going to keep going. Cheese is trying. Ooh, Beast Mode, great fake to control that into his own corner with under boost to get out of that scary spot. And NRG, we talked about it, like if they go down early, they got to find a way to play offense. And now here's one of those games. Let's see what NRG does.
Daniel does well to relieve the pressure just a little bit, but still Magic Bear bringing it right back in. Beast Mode at Atomic. There's nothing else forward though for NRG. Atomic will try to create here, and he does! Wow. Oh my! Just a seeing eye bouncer that goes top left.
I should see this again. Zero boost, the flip, that's his only angle. Justin is facing the wrong direction, not expecting it. Atomic, what a shot. That is so incredibly hard on zero boost. You have to time that flip perfectly. Gets the angle, the bounce shot to throw off one of the best goal line defenders in the history of Rocket League to at least bring this into one. Atomic again with another shot, but this time Justin makes the save.
Like a little indecisiveness from Gen.G following up that kickoff. That could have been utter disaster. It still could be, because they still have not recovered from the pressure that NRG has created from that opening kick. Atomic quickly from the slot. Daniel trying to park it in front of Cheese. And now Beast Mode, tough angle. No, Atomic keeps it alive. And Daniel wisely stays back. He doesn't have anything to work with, so he will create now from the own back line. 45 seconds, NRG still trailing by 1.
Beast Mode gets control there, but does a poor flick, and Atomic's got to retreat back to his own corner. Half a minute to play here, and NRG is still looking for that time goal.
Down to 30. Beast Mode can't follow this play, but
Good
Daniel
demo.
can, and he scores! NRG's turned the game on its head.
Nice full team play here. Like Atomic on, I think, zero boost as well. Gets up to speed to get the demo there, and then Daniel slots it right to where the goalie was. He was just deleted. Again, Atomic zero boost. He had a flip in order to gain speed enough to get that demo, and does a great job there. And NRG, when they need the offense, it did show up, and they tie this back up.
Another blueprint for NRG once again. Follow Atomic. Down to 13 seconds now. Still, could be a win for Gen.G in regulation if they got that one maybe networked, but now it's Atomic. Up for Daniel. Beast Mode's lurking. Still waiting. Trying to get one in front. Cheese is there, and he's in Atomic's way as well. And now Justin back the other way. Can he do it in 0 seconds? He's got a penchant for it, but not this time. And Cheese will bring it to ground. We go to OT again.
Ooh, threatening counter attack there. That's the guy you want on the ball at 0, but it doesn't go in. Gen.G wins the kickoff. Daniel, though, quickly turns it around. Cheese will throw it to the side, but Beast Mode is lurking. Atomic is just waiting to see if this ball spills out at any moment, but Justin controls it along the wall. Out to Magic Bear, who's going to push it forward. Great demo, though. Will relieve pressure. Atomic by himself, going to go for the bump play. No, just the air dribble over top. And Gen.G a little bit on their back foot. See if Beast Mode can get this mid.
So many options you have to cover. Everybody from Gen.G right now bunched up. They do disperse as they cross the line, and Justin will score! Another clutch goal to add to his career in a 2-game lead, now for Gen.G Mobile 1.
For the best defense in the world, this is just too easy. Gen.G, like, Cheese doesn't even do anything. He just kind of dribbles along the wall. When you don't make a move,
have another life, but NRG may be fluttering back down to earth. Gen.G up 2-0 as we kick it off on DFH.
And Magic Bear with some space, kind of throws it away. Not the best pass. Daniel does read it quickly. But let's not forget that Game 2 Magic Bear goal was insane.
Yes.
The flip percent around the ball to get to the other angle. And again, that goal mattered a ton because it went to overtime. So if they keep making plays like that versus what is considered the best defense in the world, then Gen.G, you have earned your right to a top 4 spot. And you still got to do it for 2 more games, and the timeout bump is obviously real. So let's see if NRG will battle back in this game first.
The narrative in North America does make me chuckle sometimes. There are plenty of teams that have never even sniffed a final, let alone even a semifinal. NRG misses 2 finals in a row, and everybody's like, wait a minute, is this the end? Like,
is it time for retirement? Or, yeah.
They are still one of the elite teams in the region and the world. Right now, they are being held at bay by Gen.G. Atomic over to Daniel. He'll bring it back to Beast Mode. And that shot goes wide, trying to draw the defense out. There's no follow-up there from NRG. They realized they couldn't pounce on that opportunity, and so they will reset.
I do like seeing that, though. Like, Atomic had space, made a great pass and play, a little bit of pre-jump action as well. The old NRG leaking through just a bit, maybe because they feel like, all right, we got to get something going. We got to get the momentum on our side, so maybe take a few more risks. Right here, there's a 2v1, but they avoided the bump, and Gen.G will get the clear out, and now a double commit by Beast Mode, and Atomic will open the door, but a big miss. I think just no boost on Cheese, so NRG does survive that moment, but these midfield controls to see if who wins out here. Looks like Atomic is just gonna try and bother Cheese. Cheese gets demoed out, and Daniel will take control in the back row.
Daniel through one. Atomic's gonna have a full tank of boost there if Justin manages to get onto this. Beast Mode didn't let him. This is still netward, and it actually goes off of Justin and wide. Looked like NRG collectively still had that covered, but I wonder what might have happened if Justin didn't happen to be right there in front of the goal.
Yeah, they were trying for something crazy, but a little bit of backflip try for like redirection saves, and it all works out. But NRG again, like they know that they can lock it up. Usually when they have a 1-goal lead. They didn't do that back in game 1, but I think they would take that more times than not. They just want this early goal and then sit back and play the clock. But Gen.G is not giving it to him. Like, this has been some good midfield control. Magic Bear up in there again. He's a true threat at any moment, but two of them go for that play. Daniel on 0 boost, trying for the flick top left. Justin tries for the in and out save, but Atomic places it low and to the right side. A perfect placement for him to get this goal.
Doesn't always have to be on target, it just has to be close enough. Another rebound created for Atomic. Give him now 6 goals on the weekend to lead his team. Yes, that's how low scoring NRG has been. The two here tie Daniel in the series. It is.
Let's see what NRG can do here at this point. We're going to see if they continue the offensive pressure, because again, like, that's been the major question mark. But if not, they will play this midfield game, control it in the corners, just don't do any desperation passes to the midfield, so they don't get easy clear for Gen.G right here. This ball spills out a bit, but Justin, low boost. That is the NRG game plan, right? Control it on the offensive side, collect some boost, and even if the defense does make a play, they won't have enough boost to do much with it. Magic Bear, though, he's on a full tank, going for the short angle shot, and capitalizes on it. Most people are thinking, oh, he's probably going for a double tap. He's going to wait. No, he rushes this to the net. Beautiful near post shot, and Daniel cannot make the stop.
Single outlet pass to a shot doesn't usually lead to a goal against this NRG squad. It did this time. Magic Bear has been phenomenal. Has an overtime winner, one of his 3 goals now in the series. We're all tied up, maybe gearing up for another OT, but right now Atomic trying to shake a defender, and he can. Cheese will score as Atomic got bullied out of the way.
And you can see the double commit by NRG to send 2 on the offense. As soon as that happens, all 3 members just move forward, going for bump plays. Like, either if you're on the ball or not, you bump that last man. Gen.G, brilliant play there to immediately counterattack as soon as they were available, and Daniel can't avoid all the bumps. And eventually that ball goes in. Gen.G again, they were down in game 1, they tied it up late. Now this time they were down in game 3, they take the lead. And NRG, it just seems like they don't have the answers right now for Gen.G.
Off to the side now, Gen.G nursing a 1-goal lead into the final minute of game 3. Could you imagine Gen.G with a 3-0 lead on NRG? Out of the corner, popped out by Beast Mode. I feel like fans of the Gen.G side have been waiting for a time like this, waiting for a moment like this where they can say their team is one of the top dogs in North America. Yes, they went to the major, but it always kind of felt like they just kind of stumbled backwards into it. Now,
I mean, they did win a regional.
Themselves, as the top dog in NA, and this would be a big statement in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
15 seconds here. Daniel, Atomic behind him. That goes out to the corner. Final countdown of game 3. Remember, this is after the NRG timeout. Another pass cut out. Cheese just trying to bring it to the corner and kill it off. Atomic's got to go all the way across, and he will not keep this in the air himself. Magic Bear, spike, 3-0.
And I agree with you. It's like,
this Gen.G team is 1 win away from sweeping NRG into the lower bracket and putting them to within 1 loss of, forget not making a final here in NA, not even making a semi.
yeah, and then, but this is huge, you know, like, you make a roster move, you're always like, the first open is more about, if we can manage the top 4, we will be thrilled. So Gen.G wins this. they are going to be so incredibly happy being in the driver's seat to make the major, and that's with limited practice, right, with a brand new roster. So if they can keep that going and improve throughout the split, they're doing wonders. But again, this is NRG. The job is not done. They are up 3-0, but they have to keep doing it. Magic Bear trying to do something nuts there, turns it into a pass, goes off the top, Cheese to the other corner, getting it done, and NRG just can't get this ball out. Two great place shots, one from Justin that allows Beast Mode to make a save, but not a good one, and Cheese puts it back the other way, and Gen.G wants to do it in 4.
It's so rare to see a team generate so many second and third chance opportunities against NRG. They do not normally let teams wear them down, but Gen.G has been all over them. We've seen NRG give up several shots in a game, but it's usually very isolated attacks. Just throw the ball in the net, hope something good happens. No, Gen.G are just swarming to the net, and you're seeing very few lazy rebounds. There's Atomic, though, as Daniel glides through the air, and Atomic's got an equalizer as they caught Justin with very little in the tank.
This is very interesting because I feel like Magic Bear tried to do a little bit too much on the offensive side, and he messed up and gave the ball to Daniel with wide open space. That is the one player right now on NRG you do not want to do that with, and Daniel makes them play, turning it into a great passing play. A little bit of awkward defense as well by Gen.G, but hey, every match you're going to have small mistakes. It's about how do you bounce back right after it. Let's see if Gen.G can do so here.
Well, Gen.G used to make a lot more of those mistakes. They'll live with one. Here's Magic Bear, got around Atomic. He's going headhunting and got into Beast Mode, but Beast Mode's still able to make the stop. Magic trying to come across, and Justin's going to be left all alone. He can't make the stop, but Magic can just guide this out to the corner. The shot had beat the defense initially, just not quite on target. Now Magic Bear waiting to see what Daniel's got in store. We might see this NRG team play with a little bit more of a sense of urgency now, and that could be a very dangerous squad to go up against. Even though down 3-0 as Justin makes the initial save but can't do anything with it. And that's how we've seen Gen.G score some of their goals on the second chance.
That's just twice. Justin on the goal line, just not in the right position, not expecting the ball to come to him. Spills out a juicy rebound for Beast Mode, and it feels like Daniel's starting to heat up, getting some great touches on some plays, and now Beast Mode gets a good morale boost on a wide open net. So NRG, this is exactly what they want throughout this game.
Justin up way ahead of Daniel. He thought about going and realized that Justin was up, didn't know he didn't have much in the tank. Coming up on the halfway mark. Oh, it just feels like pro wrestling. The first half doesn't matter. Now we're to the part where we get to the near falls. That one's going to be blocked away by Beast Mode. And Cheese looking out towards Justin and Magic Bear. It's Magic that'll turn around. This is right at Beast Mode. He's got it easily. And the lead remains for NRG for now.
Yeah, Magic Bear was threatened for a bump, so he had to kind of just throw that ball at the net very quickly. So sometimes you'll see that by players where they'll just throw the ball forward. It's usually because they feel threatened from someone else behind them and they don't want to give up the play, so they'd rather just throw it to the other team. And at least make him make a save, and that's what happened there. But get a little pass here to Justin, doesn't work out. Daniel does cut him off. And again, Daniel, I think, is starting to heat up. When he's got the ball by himself, he's making a lot of quality touches to keep the ball close and make people miss. See if that will continue here, but this time he throws it right to Cheese, who's going to get a bump as well. Justin follows it up, and see if he can get a pass out to the mid. It's a little awkward in the corner. Cannot do it, but Magic with space throws it infield. Justin on low boost, tries for the give and go. Somehow it squeezes through, but Magic Bear cannot finish it.
The vision from the last like 20-30 seconds there for Gen.G. A ball that everybody would normally go for. Instead, you go for the dive bomb onto Beast Mode, and then the passing zigging and zagging through, but they just couldn't get the shot on target. Certainly not with any pace, but this one's on target and through. Daniel adds another.
Right here, just some bump plays coming out from the front man. I believe it was Beast Mode. Just make sure that defender cannot do much there. I think Beast Mode was the one that actually got demoed on that play, but that's all he had to do. Just get in the face of that last member, and Daniel throws in the net. And NRG finally with a 2-goal lead, the first time this match.
Surely they can make this hold up. We have seen one 2-goal lead go by the wayside. It was Gen.G's after they went up 2-0 in game 2, had to win that game in overtime. That kicks back out to Beast Mode. He'll just take a shot. Why not? And Justin just got it away from Beast Mode, trying to clean it up himself. Down to 45 seconds now. As Magic Bear over top of Daniel. Not slowed down this time. But Beast Mode there for the stop. And with 40 seconds left, Gen.G has to go back to the drawing board, and they got to play a little defense.
And the main issue is, like we talk about small mistakes, it's about awakening the beast of energy. You just don't want to do it. You talk about, well, you're allowed one small mistake, but it feels like it's a confidence builder right now for energy. Like after that play by Daniel, it looks like every touch he's making is just golden. Here he goes again with another chance. With the flip reset, turns into a dunk, but it gets turned away. Atomic will just keep the ball here. 15 on the clock. Looks like energy is just going to waste out the clock here. Magic Bear, one last attempt, runs out of boost, so easy clear for Daniel. As the time winds down, Beast Mode throws another one at net. But NRG, they use that one mistake, use it as a catapult throughout this game to gain back some momentum. And they are still alive in the series, down 3 games to 1. They've been dominant throughout NA for so long. So for Gen.G, you got to get it done here. You don't want it to continue to go on to a Neo Tokyo, to a possible last game as well. So Gen.G just needs to find a way, like in this 5 minutes, kill the momentum here, walk away with the win.
Well, the fans at large probably wouldn't mind seeing Neo Tokyo or Champions Field after 3 no contests throughout the day so far. Like to see NRG continue to put up a fight here. Again, that just sounds so bizarre to say. We're normally saying that about NRG's opponents. But Gen.G has brought the fight to the maybe consensus top dogs of North America for now. Magic Bear has Cheese in behind him. Justin running forward, got a bump, and still making the save was Daniel. Cheese there to follow up, and Gen.G strikes first again.
This is Magic Bear with space. Atomic just awkward on that wall. So it allows Magic Bear to do what he wants. Justin, no boost. He trusts his teammate completely there. I'm just going to get in the way of defenders and hope for something. Turns into a juicy rebound. All 3 members will commit, and Cheese will score the goal. But it's very similar to energy on Daniel. You don't want to give Daniel the ball with space. You don't want to give Magic Bear the ball with space. And they make him pay there.
Renewed energy for Gen.G. Coming into this second split. Cheese is downfield, empty net, 2-0 in the first minute.
What even happened here? You know that's a clear. Cheese is just midfield. There's no one around. It's like he's playing like free play over here. I don't even know what happened on that rotation by NRG, but that should be expected. That ball's going mid somewhere. Maybe they control it on the back wall, but I guess both went for boost on the side, mid. I couldn't really see it, so like NRG, a defensive miscue puts them down too early where they must win this game to stay alive.
So Cheese with just a couple of cleanup goals here in the first minute. Give him 5 total goals on the series to go with 4 assists, including a couple in overtime. Cheese is loving Justin as a teammate, but he's not loving this. Watching his teammates give up this one to NRG. It's Atomic off a great touch from Daniel, then Beast Mode, then Atomic, and here comes NRG.
This is the energy I like to see. All 3 members on the offensive side of the field. When they have to score, they usually find ways to do so. We saw that back in, what, game 2? They were down 2-0 and then tied it up. They find ways when they need to get offense. It's just they usually don't have to use it. Magic Bear trying for a small little pass here. Justin, though, it's just free. Bad clear attempt here by NRG. The threat of the Magic Bear pass was too much. Beast Mode, just a poor flip. Should have left that for Daniel, and a miscommunication on defense between Daniel and Beast Mode does not happen often, but Gen.G capitalized to regain that 2-goal lead.
Yeah, sometimes you just see some defensive touches make you go, what? Justin's back for this one as Beast Mode took a pot shot at the net. Now Cheese will outlet to Magic Bear. Why not? And Cheese still waiting in the midfield boost. It spawned right after he left, so now Daniel will take over. Midfield still available. Beast Mode's picked it up as Cheese brings that well away from him. Usually a wise play to try and play away from Beast Mode. Daniel thought about it. We realized that ball goes right at Magic Bear. We've gone 2 minutes plus here, and that much closer to determining a winner because you just feel like it's inevitable that NRG will awaken again, though giving that one back, certainly not a good look. 3-1 right now, the lead for Gen.G.
Cheese is open again. He's going to go for the pass out to Magic Bear. Can Beast Mode get back? He cannot. Near post shot. Magic Bear, the 2v1 spot works out perfectly. Magic Bear, great dunk. Cheese right back to Magic Bear, who fell onto that mid boost to get boost for that shot. A fortunate play and a 3-goal lead at halftime. NRG has to find something and find something quick.
And now you start to maybe feel like, okay, maybe this is enough. But what you could do in the first half, so too could the opposition. Here's Atomic trying to thread the needle, hit the post with a crossbar rather. Beast mode, second touch, no, and that pinballs around and away. Atomic afforded all the time there as everybody was recovering, and they still try to keep the attack alive. Daniel, good 50 to the corner, but Cheese has that down to Justin, roll it out, and Gen.G can breathe a collective sigh of relief.
Gen.G, 2 minutes left, 3 goals. They are very happy that one did not go in. Justin with the dunk into the goal. This is why you pick him up. Justin with a huge play.
A lot of guys are just content to win the 50. Justin goes the extra mile and slams it right down through the heart of NRG, and a 5-1 lead on Aquadome.
Hey guys, who won the trade? I think Gen.G won it. What a play by Justin there to put the dagger in this match. It feels like, but NRG, they're still fighting. Beast mode will capitalize a must-have goal from Atomic, and NRG, they are not going to go down without a fight.
And just throw the ball around. He realized Magic Bear he had everything lined up. If that shot was on target, had an easy save, it would have disrupted everything. Instead, just places it just above the bar, right in Beast Mode's lap. Back to a 3-goal game, but that's awkward. And Daniel in the right spot to help out Atomic. Oh, that was nearly a disaster class, and NRG escape unharmed.
This game's going to go up and down now at this point. Justin just puts it home. No boost on the side of NRG. The pace of play just ramped up, but NRG was left without any boost on all 3 members. So Justin is able to score this with Atomic trying to dive across the net. Another 4-goal lead for Gen.G.
3 is almost wild here for Justin. 3 goals from 3 shots. He's got 3 saves as well. And an assist to the tally. Now, a 4-3 game. That one's going to be saved away this time by Cheese. He's working on some crooked numbers of his own. That's dangerously close. And Justin will get the benefit of an NRG own goal.
I'm speechless. Beast mode, I think he's just trying to do a little too much. Like, obviously, he's trying to create something out of nothing. They're down 4 with 1:12. Try to put it off the post to a pass. Still an ugly own goal, and Gen.G putting up 7 in the game-clinching match versus NRG, touted as one of, if not the best defenses in the world. If you weren't confident in this pickup for Justin for Gen.G, you are now.
Well, it's a terrible poker hand, but Gen.G have their ace in the hole in Justin, who has made instant impact here for Gen.G Mobile One Racing. A 7-2 lead. And now, little more than a formality for the final minute. Final half minute now, as Cheese will just collect this and we'll just wonder, okay, what else do we add to the highlight reel? Cheese has it in front. He'll add to his stats.
Just a victory lap at this point for Gen.G. Pad some stats, why not? I'm pretty sure we've never said that before. When you're padding stats versus NRG or the former G2 roster, this is absurd. Gen.G is here to play, and this just spices up all of North America because, again, the top 2 dogs that everyone expects to be a tier above everyone else, as Justin puts in another. Could we see double digits? It's going to be NRG versus the Ultimates in the lower brackets begin tomorrow. Absolute insanity.
We have not seen NRG dismantled like this in this region in a very long time, if ever. Justin has that popped away. I mean, yes, Ultimate swept them once upon a time, not too long ago. It still wasn't this.
I was. I'm sorry.
This is a beatdown of biblical proportions in Game 5 as Gen.G asserts its dominance here on Saturday.